Hi, YouTube. Well, I was walking home the other night and I saw about 6 lights in the sky. So I ran home, grabbed my camcorder, and went back outside to investigate. By that time, there were only two. And what you're about to see is the first one that's there. And I do apologize about the quality of the film, as it's a really bad camcorder. So I'm about to zoom in on the first one, and again, it's a bad camcorder, so it's not very steady and not very clear, but this is the first one nonetheless. Now you can clearly see that it is not an airplane, and we see these things fly over our house all the time. You'll actually, when I get closer, you'll see that it pulsates. And not the same as an airplane, it just pulsates. It's weird. I can't explain it. But then you see the other one enter the picture. And what they're about to do is cross over each other. Now, as amazing as that is, you'll need to know that those dark parts in the footage there are trees up on the ridge, so they're going right behind it, and they continue going into opposite directions. But the one that's on the right hand side, that one will stop for a little bit and stick around, and then continue behind the tree again. But before it does, you will see it pulsate. And you'll understand exactly what I mean because it's a little bit closer on this one. So you can just see it just pulsating. It's crazy. And then it will go behind those trees. And then there's not really a lot of action for a little while, but you'll see it come out of the tree and then go behind another one. And then you'll see it come back up. Because it changes trajectory, which planes do not do. They do not just suddenly fly in the opposite direction back from where they came when they're flying. And if they could, they wouldn't be able to do it that fast either. It just wouldn't make sense. So I just really wanted you guys to be able to see this. Because I know that there are people out there that don't believe. And the funniest thing of this was, I was actually on the train heading home from work, and I looked out the window and I said, man, I really believe that there could be UFOs or whatever, but why can I never see it? I really want to see it. And then I managed to see this one. I'm actually going to put up some film after this one as well, which will show you an aeroplane, because there was one that passed over that night as well, so you'll be able to see that they are not the same. Definitely not the same. And it's not a helicopter because there's no noise at all. Okay, now this one is purely just because before I said that I would show you, but this is an airplane. I believe both of these ones are planes because you can see the beacons that are on them. So it kind of illuminates the shape of the object that's out there. So we can tell that those ones are not UFOs, which I think is excellent because that really puts into contrast the actual shapes that you saw before, opposed to the ones that you see now. So I think that's excellent. I think it's great that that I recorded that so that I could show that difference. I really wanted people to be able to see the difference in those two objects. So if you're even able to take a shot, a screenshot of it before, and then take a screenshot of this airplane, you would be able to prove conclusively that they are not the same objects. And just remember as well, when these planes go over, I can hear them, but when those other objects were sitting there, there was no noise at all. So again, I found that interesting. So basically, this is just me cataloging the objects that were there And this footage is basically not edited. I mean, I cut a little bit out at the start and a little bit out in the middle just to make it shorter, but I don't have the software to make anything fancy for you guys. Again, we're going to see another airplane, and you can see clearly the beacons on that airplane, and you can see clearly that it's the shape of an airplane as well, which I think is, again, another way of proving or cataloging that what we saw before was not, I repeat, not an airplane. You can just see the difference. I mean, it speaks for itself, really. See, and again, this one flies over top of the other one. However, you can see the contrast in them. And there's no way it would have been able to, maneuver the way the other one did. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. Leave your comment, okay? Keep it equal.